You notice the shift in someone's tone before they finish the sentence, and your whole body is already deciding what to do about it. Something tightens in you, adjusts, calculates. By the time they've stopped talking, you've already run 3 versions of the response, chosen the safest one, delivered it, and watched their face to see if it landed. This happens so fast you barely notice it anymore. It used to be called being perceptive, emotionally intelligent, good at reading the room, and it is those things, but it's also something else. It's a nervous system that learned early and thoroughly that other people's moods were information you needed to act on immediately. That missing a shift, a signal, a change in the air could cost you something. So you got very, very good at noticing everything. This is what hypervigilance looks like when it's functioning at a high level. It doesn't always look like anxiety. It doesn't always look like avoidance. Sometimes it looks like competence, like calm, like someone who always knows what to say. What it feels like on the inside is different. On the inside, it feels like running a constant background program, monitoring, cross-referencing, never quite off. You walk into a room and you've clocked the mood before you've taken your jacket off. You sit down and you've already identified who's tense, who's fine, who might be a problem. You've positioned yourself without deciding to. You've already planned how you'd leave if you needed to. All of this in under 30 seconds, automatically, invisibly, and you've done it your entire life. The cruel irony of hypervigilance is that it makes you extraordinarily good at surviving rooms, and quietly terrified of staying in them. Because all that monitoring costs something. It costs energy. It costs presence. You're never fully in the conversation because part of you is always watching the conversation from the outside, ready to intervene. You are, in the most literal sense, never fully there. And people can sometimes feel it, not the hypervigilance. They can't name that, but they feel the slight distance, the way you're engaged but not quite reachable, the way you seem fine and also somehow elsewhere. And sometimes they take it personally, and you don't know how to explain that you're not distant. You're deployed. Here's what your history probably looks like, even if you've never framed it this way. At some point, someone's mood was whether you had to navigate. Maybe it was unpredictable. Maybe it changed without warning. Maybe getting it wrong meant conflict, silence, anger, coldness, something that felt big enough to your younger self that your brain filed it under survival, not just social discomfort. And so you develop the system that reads the room so fast it feels like intuition, that adjusts your behavior before you've consciously decided to, that makes you extraordinarily easy to be around because you've already anticipated what everyone needs, except yourself. The system almost never monitors you. It doesn't ask what you need before you walk into the room. It doesn't check whether you're okay before it begins running its calculations on everyone else. You learn to be so good at managing others' comfort that your own became a background detail, something you'd get to later, something that would have to wait, and later became a long time. The version of you that exists today, the one who is perceptive, adaptable, low maintenance, easy, that person is genuinely impressive and also genuinely exhausted in a way that's hard to name. Because you're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from being on too long. There's a difference. The path back isn't about becoming less perceptive. You're not going to unlearn what you learned, nor should you. Your attunement to other people is real and it's valuable, and in the right context, it's a genuine gift. The path back is about adding something that's been missing from the system. You. What does the room feel like to you? Not what does it need from you. What does it feel like to be in it? What do you actually want before the calculation begins? That question might feel strange. It might feel almost unanswerable because the system is so fast and it's been running so long that your own wants and needs have gotten quieter and quieter under the noise of everyone else's. But they're still there. And learning to hear them, slowly, with patience, in the quiet spaces you've always protected for yourself without fully knowing why, that's not weakness. That's the first time in a long time that you've let yourself be someone who also gets to exist in the room. Not just manage it, exist in it. You were never too quiet. You were listening for something that isn't there anymore. And now, finally, you can start listening for yourself.